Welcome back. Over 35% of adults in Arkansas struggle with obesity, and Dr. Samuel Bledsoe with the Bariatric Metabolic Institute at Arkansas Heart Hospital is here to tell us about new legislation that now makes weight loss surgery an option for a large population of Arkansans.
That's
This
correct.
is great. It's so good to have you here,
Well, thank
Dr.
you.
Bledsoe, and this is amazing. So this is new.
Well, this is new for certain people in the state.
Right.
And so in March of this year, the governor signed legislation, Act 109, and it became a law that they're going to be covering weight loss surgery for state employees and for teachers.
Right.
And this is a very, very big deal. And it actually started back in 2011 when they were looking at their insurance rolls and things like that, and they found that people who struggle with obesity have far higher expenditures associated with their health, 50% or more higher than the average person. And so then they started allowing it as a pilot program, and they looked back at their pilot program and saw a 40 to 50% decrease in the medication costs and office visits and hospital visits after weight loss surgery versus if somebody had never had weight loss surgery. And so they said, okay, we've got to put this into play. And of course, the economics is important, but the health benefits are also really, really important. And you see cures of diabetes, high blood pressure, sleep apnea, all of these diseases go away at a much higher rate if you have weight loss surgery.
Maybe there's somebody watching right now and they're a good candidate for this surgery, but for some reason they're hesitant. What would you say to them?
Well, I would tell them to understand the risk of where you're at. Okay, so if somebody is hesitant to go, remember that where you're at is also a choice, and the status quo may not be the safest path for you. So you have to look at your health overall. You can come talk to myself or one of my partners, and we can kind of give you an idea of what your risk is just at baseline.
Right.
Because you may find out that weight loss surgery is a far less risky way to go, and for most people it is who struggle with their weight.
So tell me, who is a candidate for this surgery?
Generally speaking, for insurance to cover you, you have to have medical problems and have a BMI of over 35. That roughly corresponds to being about 75 pounds overweight, or have no medical problems and have a BMI of over 40, and that corresponds to being about 100 pounds overweight. Now, insurance, obviously, they have roles in it and they have criteria, but in general, that's basically what we use.
Okay, so that's good to know.
Yes.
I feel like I've talked about this subject a few times, but the way you just broke it down really helps me understand, and I hope a lot of other people too, about who exactly does qualify for this. So if someone is watching and they think, okay, I'm going to do it, I want to know more, what do they do now?
Well, they can get on our website at bmi.arheart.com and they can ask for more information, and so they can watch an informational video, they can put in their information, and we'll get in touch with them, and they can come see us over at the BMI at Encore over in Bryant, and we'd be happy to take care of them from there. And we really do try to be a patient's easy button.
Right.
So everything is in-house for them. We have psychologists and exercise physiologists, we have dietitians, of course we have the most experienced surgical team in the state, and then we have a lifelong follow-up afterwards. So we really do try to partner with them, with their primary care doctor, to promote health for them over the long term.
Right. What kind of recovery are we looking at after this type of surgery?
It's overnight in the hospital, and then there's lifting restrictions and dietary restrictions. Lifting restrictions for about a month, and dietary restrictions for about 6 to 8 weeks as we're trying to advance their diet, and then they get on their new diet, and that's where they progress from there.
Yeah. Okay, so state employees, teachers, this is something
correct.
that you definitely need to look into.
And it starts January the 1st. The law was signed in March, and the start date for this is January the 1st.
All right, well, make sure that you go and get more information there. Contact the crew with Dr. Bledsoe, and this is so amazing that this is offered for the
It's a
people.
great benefit to the people of the state.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time. Appreciate
Good to have you here.